There exists a hidden reality and a mystery that the medical industry and that of industrial foods have concealed from people over 50 years old. And it's about something that occurs right as you fall asleep. The majority of us believe that vision is something that degrades over time without possibility of cure, an inexorable destiny, a natural component of advancing age. They have instilled in us the idea that the solution is thicker and more expensive glasses, surgical interventions, or drugs that cure only the symptoms, but never the origin of the disorder. They have educated us to think that macular degeneration, glaucoma, or chronic eye fatigue are disorders that don't have a natural and accessible cure. And the reality is that 90% of elderly people are gradually losing their sight every night without realizing they could heal it. It's a deterioration so slow that they don't notice it until it's too late. But before continuing, like the video, share it with people who might appreciate it, and write in the comments from which city you follow our YouTube channel. One day you realize that you can no longer read the small characters in the newspaper, or that road signs appear confused during the evening, or that your eyes feel dry and sore at the end of the day. And all this happens while you sleep, in that precious moment when your organism should regenerate, but it can't due to the lack of a fundamental element. Why don't they reveal this to us? Because it's too effective and wouldn't make them millions of dollars. What would happen if I revealed to you that your organism possesses every night a repair mechanism for your vision, and that the pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know how to enhance it? It's the mystery that lies behind the natural medicine of ancient civilizations, but now it's being confirmed by modern research with studies that don't make news because they're not profitable. The discovery doesn't reside in a patented medicine, but in a particular category of foods, something you can find in any supermarket and that if consumed correctly functions as a night repair team for your eyes. These 5 foods taken before going to bed contribute to repairing accumulated damage, protecting the retina and improving visual sharpness for the following day. It's a mechanism of nutrition and regeneration that activates when the organism is in its deepest state of relaxation. In this video we will reveal this mystery. I'll illustrate the 5 foods that if eaten in the evening can repair and drastically protect your vision. We'll order them from least to most effective, explaining how each one addresses specific problems like eye dryness, blurred vision, cataracts, or macular degeneration. Everything I'll tell you is supported by experimental research and clinical tests on humans. It's not a fad but pure science. The research is available, but no one has presented it in a format that's easy to understand and especially to apply. If you've ever perceived that your eyes are fatigued, if your vision is blurred, or if you simply want to make sure to maintain sharp vision for your 60s and 70s and beyond, this video is for you. But before starting, write me in the comments which visual disorder worries you most. Night vision, eye dryness, or something else? I enjoy reading your experiences and knowing that we're united in this. Now, without further delay, let's start the countdown. Number 5, ginger. When you think of ginger, you probably think of a remedy for cold or digestive problems, right? But the truth is that this spicy root is an effective retina protector. The problem of aging isn't just wear and tear, but also silent inflammation and oxidative stress that damages the cells of the macula and optic nerve. It's like slow corrosion that attacks the mechanisms of your eyes, making them weak and subject to pathologies like glaucoma. Ginger is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories that exist. Scientific studies have demonstrated this. For example, research published in the journal Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine revealed that the bioactive compounds of ginger, like gingerol, can decrease chronic inflammation by 27% in just a few weeks, reducing pressure on the optic nerve and improving blood circulation to the eyes. This is an essential benefit that most medicines don't resolve. Chronic inflammation is a risk factor for glaucoma and damage to blood vessels that nourish the retina. If you have redness, swelling, or experience continuous eye fatigue after reading or watching TV, it could be a signal of inflammation. Taking ginger in the evening before the organism begins its repair process offers your eyes the relief they need. The best way to use it is to prepare fresh ginger tea. Just cut thin slices of fresh ginger, boil it in water for about 10 minutes and drink this hot beverage an hour before going to bed. You can also add a pinch of ginger powder to yogurt or salad. This simple nighttime routine offers your eyes a break, reduces inflammation, and prepares them for the repair cycle that occurs during sleep. Try it and let me know in the comments if you perceive the difference in a few weeks. It's the first step toward clearer vision. Number 4, avocado. Most people avoid avocado because of its high fat content, but what the food and diet industry doesn't tell you is that these fats are vital for your eyes. Not only that, avocado is one of the richest sources of an essential nutrient that functions as a natural filter against blue light. Lutein. Lutein is an antioxidant that accumulates directly in the macula of your eyes. The part that guarantees you sharp central vision and protects it from damage caused by sun and screens. Imagine it as if you were building a protective shield for the most delicate part of your eyes. A study from the Journal of Nutrition discovered that regular consumption of avocado, which is the fruit with the highest concentration of lutein, can increase macular pigment density up to 38% in the elderly. Macular pigment is what indicates the health of the macula, and as years pass this density tends to decrease, leaving our eyes exposed. The problem of eye dryness, for example, which affects millions of elderly people, isn't just lack of tears but the deficiency of healthy fats on the ocular surface. Avocado, with its monounsaturated fats, helps improve the quality of tears and keeps eyes lubricated and comfortable. The best way to use it is at dinner or as a small evening snack. You can eat half an avocado with a bit of sea salt or add it to a salad. The beneficial fats present in avocado help your organism absorb lutein better, and consuming it before going to bed provides your eyes with all the necessary material to rebuild and protect themselves during the night. It's a food that nourishes from within, allowing cells to regenerate while you rest. Number 3, blueberries or cranberries. When you think of blueberries for your vision, what probably comes to mind is night vision, and yes, they're excellent for that. During World War II, British pilots consumed blueberry jam to improve their night vision, but the true magic of this fruit goes much further. Blueberries are extremely rich in anthocyanins, a type of flavonoid that's a superhero for the health of blood vessels that feed your eyes. Macular degeneration and glaucoma are directly connected to poor blood circulation in the retina. Vessels become rigid, narrow, and the eye doesn't receive oxygen and nutrients necessary to function adequately. This causes retinal cells to deteriorate and die. But anthocyanins in blueberries, according to a study from Tufts University, can improve retinal blood flow up to 40% in people with circulatory problems, helping blood reach all areas of the sensitive retina. This means they nourish, repair, and strengthen cells that are starving. If you feel your vision is becoming confused or you easily lose focus, it could be a signal that your retina isn't receiving enough nourishment. Consuming fresh or frozen blueberries in the evening, perhaps as part of yogurt or a smoothie, allows these anthocyanins to work without interruptions while you rest. Your organism absorbs them and transports them to the eyes to perform their protective magic. If you wake up with tired eyes or blurred vision, it's very likely you're missing the deep repair that blueberries can offer. Additionally, a study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry demonstrated that anthocyanins in blueberries can significantly reduce digital eye strain, a problem that affects almost all elderly people who use phones or computers. Number 2, spinach. Yes, spinach is something so simple, so common, that the pharmaceutical industry doesn't even deign to mention it. But spinach is the #1 source of the two most important antioxidants for macular health, lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds aren't produced by the organism, they must be obtained from diet and are absolutely crucial. A study published in the journal Nutrients demonstrated that a diet rich in spinach and other leafy green vegetables can reduce the risk of developing age-related macular degeneration up to 43%. This isn't a small percentage, it's an enormous shield for your eyes. Particularly zeaxanthin accumulates at the center of the macula and acts as a natural filter against blue light and UV rays, the main culprits of ocular aging. To obtain maximum benefit, the key isn't eating some spinach in your lunch salad, it's consuming them the right way. For optimal absorption, lutein and zeaxanthin need a small amount of fats. Therefore, the best way to eat spinach in the evening is to sauté them lightly with a bit of olive oil, or in my favorite way, adding them to a smoothie with a bit of avocado or some flax seeds. You can prepare a green smoothie with spinach, blueberries, a piece of avocado, a bit of ginger and water. This is the ultimate restorative drink that will provide your eyes with a cocktail of nutrients for nighttime reconstruction. Spinach is the silent hero that stands there in the vegetable section waiting to offer your eyes the protection that the industry doesn't want you to buy. It's incredible how something so simple can have such a profound impact. Just one serving of cooked spinach contains more lutein than any other food. And consuming that powerful nutrient before your organism enters complete repair mode is fundamental. Number 1, egg yolk. This might seem counterintuitive. For years we've been told that egg yolk is bad because of cholesterol, and this is the perfect example of how the processed food industries and cholesterol drug manufacturers have distanced us from one of the richest and most bioavailable sources of nutrients for ocular health. Egg yolk is the most powerful and easily absorbable source of zeaxanthin that exists. A single egg contains about 0.2 milligrams of these compounds, and the way the organism absorbs them from the yolk is up to 5 times more efficient than any vegetable. The healthy fats in the yolk serve as a perfect vehicle for these fat-soluble nutrients. But here's the real surprise. Egg yolk is also rich in zinc and vitamin A, two essential nutrients that work together to protect the retina. Zinc helps transport vitamin A from the liver to the retina so it can produce melanin, the protective pigment in the eye that helps night vision. Pharmaceutical industries haven't told you this because lutein supplements aren't absorbed the same way as those contained in a complete food, in its natural and perfect matrix. How to consume it? Dinner is the perfect time. You can prepare 2 scrambled eggs with some sautéed spinach or a hard-boiled egg for dinner. When you consume yolks before sleeping, you provide your eyes with the purest and most efficient building blocks they need to repair the day's damage. It's the simplest and most effective secret to combat macular degeneration, cataracts and eye fatigue. It's not an expensive pill, it's a real food that has been demonized so you seek solutions elsewhere when the answer was on your plate all this time. So there you have it. 5 simple, accessible foods that act as a nighttime repair team for your eyes. It's not a trick or passing fad. It's about returning to your organism the nutrients that have been denied to you by a system that wants us sick and dependent. These foods will not only help you see better, but also feel better in general, because healthy vision is the reflection of a healthy body. Imagine a future where you don't have to strain your vision to read a book. A future where you can see your grandchildren with full clarity. A future where eye fatigue is just a memory. It's not a dream. It's a real possibility that begins in your kitchen. If you've made it this far, you demonstrate that your health is important and that you're part of the group of people who don't accept vision loss as inevitable destiny. Congratulations! And now, which food from our list will you try first? Tell me in the comments. I enjoy hearing your stories and knowing what results you're getting. Share this video with someone you think might find it useful. If you liked the information, don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell and leave a like because we can continue sharing the secrets of real, effective health supported by science. Your vision is your most precious treasure, and the time has come for you to protect it with the most powerful weapons that nature has given us. Thank you so much for your time, for your attention, and see you in the next video.